I'm Muireann Bradley, and today we're in St Anne's Church in Ballyshannon, the birthplace of Rory Gallagher. And today I'm going to do a few songs for you from my new album, I Kept These Old Blues. I kind of grew up surrounded by this kind of music. My dad was always playing it in the house and all, and he was always playing it and see his CDs in the car of all this old music. I'd always hear him listening to Robert Johnson, Blind Blake, Blind Lemon Jefferson, Reverend Gary Davis, and he also used to listen to more modern players that played the kind of music as well, like Roy Bookbinder and Stephen Grossman and Ari Eisinger. And my dad really loved Ari Eisinger, and I heard a lot of him when I was growing up too. He had loads of his CDs and his teaching videos and all. I always seen my dad playing the guitar in the house, and I was just really fascinated by the kind of music he was playing, and I just really loved singing it and all. And he would, in the car, he would always play the music, and we'd heard the songs so much we nearly learnt them off by heart, so we could sing along with him. The first song I'm gonna do is by Reverend Gary Davis. But he didn't write it. He first heard it when he was about 5 or 6 years old, in his hometown from a traveling bluesman. And he passed the song on to down to all his students. And Dave Van Ronk was one of his most famous students, and he recorded it before he did, and he kind of made it famous. This is called Candyman. Salted dog, Candyman, salted dog, Candyman, salted dog. I do anything and gonna matter what, just keep my Candyman on. Live with life This guitar is a Waterloo WLS Deluxe, made by Collings in Austin, Texas. And this model is kind of based on a 1920s Stella. It's a ladder brace guitar, and the sound, I really love. The sound has got such a, has such a 1920s sound. The next song I'm gonna do is by Blind Blake. Blind Blake was a blues and ragtime guitarist from the 1920s. The song I'm going to do is probably one of his most famous songs, and it's one of the first songs I ever learned to on the guitar. During lockdown, I kind of went back to the guitar. I was kind of away from the guitar for a while. I was into sport, and then I came back to it, and I kind of had this little list of songs that I was going to learn, and this was the top of the list, so that was the first thing I learned. Before that, I only learned one other song. I think it was Festival, Stephen Grossman's Festival, but we added quite a lot to it and stuff. My dad helped me, and he kind of learned how to play through that. But this song took me probably a very long time to learn, because it's very hard. Blind Blake's playing is like really hard too, especially the right hand. His picking's like really hard. There's lots of stumbles in it. He does lots of stumbles in it with his thumb, it's like pretty hard they're pretty tricky. This is called Police Dog Blues. All my life I've been a traffic gal. All my life I've been a traffic gal. Staying alone, got no friends or pals. I hauled my trunk down to Tennessee. I hauled my trunk down to Tennessee. Hard to tell about a cat like me. I met a boy, I couldn't get him on my mind. I met a boy, I couldn't get him on my mind. He passed me up, said he didn't like my kind. I'm scared to bother round his house at night. I'm scared to bother round his house at night. Got a police dog craving for a fight. His name is Ramblin' when he gets a chance. His name is Ramblin' when he gets a chance. He'll leave his mark on everybody's pants. Guess I trapped long, guess I let him be. Guess I trapped long, guess I let him be. Before we six, that police tag on me. This guitar is an LG2 Gibson. It's one of the first really good guitars that I got. It's my guitar. The other two guitars I had were my dad's, but they've kind of become mine. And this is a kind of a replica of a 1950s LG2, and it's got a more complex sound to it than the WLS Deluxe. This next song is by Memphis Minnie. Despite her name, she actually grew up in Mississippi, and when she was about 14 or 15, she ran away from home up to Memphis, and she joined the circus for a couple of years and was playing with them. And then she came back to Memphis and made a name for herself on playing on Beale Street and in the clubs in Beale Street. I really love Memphis Minnie's character. She's really cool. She was supposed to have dressed really glamorously, but despite that, she was supposed to have been really tough too, and she was known to carry around a gun and a straight razor, and she wasn't afraid to use them. This song is about the Great Mississippi Flood that happened in 1927. There's been many songs written about this, but I think this is probably one of the best songs. This is called When the Levee Breaks. This guitar is a Waterloo WL14X, and it's an X-Brace guitar. And it's kind of based on a mid-30s Gibson LOO. This is probably my favourite guitar because it's got a much more V-shaped neck than the other two guitars, and that just makes it much easier for me to play because I've got kind of small hands. So this is definitely my favourite guitar. My new album, I Kept These Old Blues, is coming out on the 8th of December, so be sure to look out for that. And I'll definitely be gigging a lot more, and in the UK too. Thanks very much, Acoustic Guitar Magazine, for having me.